One more CD and then I'm packing up my bags, and as I'm leaving I guarantee they'll scream, Dre, don't leave us like that, man, cause
last year Dr. Dre made $110 million, the most of any musician in the world. Now that's about 2,000 times what the average musician makes, $55,000 a year, according to a recent survey by the Berklee College of Music. So wanted to take a look today at a few of the more interesting new jobs and emerging jobs in the music business, as well as some of the more traditional ones that can actually, provide reasonable salaries for people who can't make their own headphone line. One of the fastest growing areas in the music business career department is video games. One source actually told me that anytime you see a full orchestra in a recording studio these days, the odds are they're scoring a video game and not a movie. There's a ton of different jobs available, and the best ones can pay well into the six figures. Another field where there continues to be a lot of work is music therapy. Those salaries can start low, about the $20,000 range. They can also go well up into the six figures. There's certainly a lot of different arenas where one can apply that trade, be it schools, inpatient psychiatric units, nursing homes, special needs, any kind of different learning environment. One source told me that part of the increase in popularity for music therapists is that you can pay musicians less than psychiatrists or traditional therapists. In terms of more traditional music jobs, they're definitely a bit harder to come by. If you're working for an orchestra in Alabama, it'll probably be a salary closer to $30,000. If you're working for the Boston Symphony Orchestra, the salary could be closer to $130,000. Another interesting trend in music careers is that we're seeing a continued decline in work for session musicians. According to the report, 25% of session musicians reported a decline in work over the past 5 years. And that's actually a trend that's been going on for quite a while now, ever since the advent of electronic music in the 70s and 80s. It's continuing now with the continued rise of the drum machine, EDM as a pop culture force, and the continued success of hip-hop, and sort of the integration of both of those genres into pop music. I think one of the key takeaways from Berklee's report is that most musicians are now working multiple jobs, roughly 3 on average, to get to that annual earnings of about $55,000. And even sort of the middle class of musicians, much like the top earners, have a bunch of different gigs. So Diddy may be doing production and TV shows and vodka and clothing, and a kind of middle class musician may be doing a little bit of session work in addition to a regular gig as a music therapist, plus corporate gigs or playing in a wedding band on the weekends.